I think we start to achieve a more prosperous society.
One of the important points around this is that South Africa will be hosting the Pan-African University for Space Science Institute. So whether you want to do Earth observation, navigation and positioning, or telecommunications, or building satellites, there's a number of universities in the country where some of these modules are offered, and students from the rest of Africa will come to South Africa to study those, and then they will go back home. So we will support even the students as they go back home in terms of the national programs.
So basically we use remote sensing data to manage crop. We get information on the Earth's surface, feature, or even other phenomena that without being directly in contact with it. Sort of yield prediction and disease detection, basically it's something that's a major challenge with regards to disease detection. It's a major challenge for farmers. Small-scale farmers, because they sort of lose a lot when their crops are diseased. So we could deal with issues like food security using remote sensing.
We protect and conserve the environment. We use satellite imagery, remote sensing to monitor our natural resources. So basically that's your multispectral sensors, whereby we have a snapshot of Earth, and we know what is where, and so we can conserve our natural resources and protect the environment. Yeah. We use these type of technologies to monitor illegal activities in our protected areas. If there's illegal activities being carried out there. We also use it to monitor air quality, for example, and air quality and the toxic waste that comes out from your landfill sites. For example, one case was when we had a landfill site, and it was, the waste from the landfill site was seeping down a valley and into rivers, and communities were using the water to obviously to drink, wash their clothes, and they breathe that air, and that can be toxic to them. So by having these technologies, we can better protect our environment, make informed decisions, and ensure that the general public is complying to environmental laws. The ones with socioeconomic benefits and health benefits I mentioned, the toxic waste that's going down, we use satellite imagery as backdrops to determine where the waste is coming from, how it's affecting the people. We get that data from sensor.
The value of Earth observation is that it beats taking the observations from the ground. So if you want to measure anything on the ground, you could either do in situ measurements, but that takes resources, okay? Because the problem with in situ measurements is very localized. And some of the issues that we're looking at, it even extends beyond the country borders. So spatially it's very large. Like if you look at climate change, if you look at the weather patterns, it's not just South Africa, it's the entire region, okay? And that you can't do from the ground. You need satellite information. So just to give you a sense, the climate change, the essential climate variables, you can't do that without space. In fact, 80% of the essential climate variables come from satellite technology.
Currently we're using National Geospatial Information images, which are area photographs, 0.5 meter resolution. The only challenge we have about those images is that they are not frequently updated, and then there are so many changes that happens in the coast. Sensor has the spot images and then Landsat. My name is Fatuani Joyce Nengwenani, and then I've studied environmental science at the University of Venda. I'm currently working for the Navy, Department of Defense.
We actually have 2 mobile vehicles, and so these are little mobile vehicles that open up. So when you get to a school, the panels open up on the side, and there's experiments that are conducted on the vehicle itself. So the school kids gather around it, and so especially if the school doesn't have laboratories.
Yes.
And so we've got 2 of those mobile vehicles. Obviously we want to have a lot more. And we've also have people that are focused in terms of training on the schools themselves.